And we are live. Hello everyone. Sorry for the slight delay, but good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones wherever you might be. I'm Emma and welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracent. And specifically welcome back to Heaven's Vault, episode 7? Yes, 7. Which has been a trip thus far. Speaking of which, the story so far. Aaliyah and her robot, who has been revealed to hold Enkei, a long-dead Empress of Iox, so RIP 6, have been looking for the roboticist Janiki Remba. Remba was sent by Professor Mayari to uncover the cause of the fall of Iox, which she believes is soon to return. But ancient memories found inside Enkei led the roboticist to a different discovery, an ancient observatory, the Vault, which Remba believed could save the nebula from darkness. Using a similar device to one Remba uncovered, Enkei has triangulated a possible location for the Vault, but it lies impossibly far beyond the borders of the nebula. But we might have a thing for that. Let's get into it, shall we? Yes, apologies also for the end of last episode on account of just suddenly my computer decided, nope, not doing that, and crashed out. We were about at the end, and I was literally going to end when we finished the conversation we were in. So I don't know where it's going to pick up. Let's see. But yeah, apologies for that. It's the gremlins, they strike when they will. Okay. Oh wow, it has picked up straight after. Oh no, not straight after, but this is, yeah, we're just convincing Mayari that our bot has a ghost in. I can't order it, Mayari, but you can. I think you're still its primary user. Robot, report. The impetuous woman is quite correct, mistress. Greetings, Lexi Mayari of Iox, feeble leader of a decaying moon. Why, Aaliyah, you really have surpassed yourself this time. You got hair! I love that as an answer. It calls itself Enkei. I will activate the hopper now, I think. No, you won't. Yes, mistress. Fascinating. What are you? You knew, didn't you? That's why you gave it to me. I knew there was something different about this one. After Remba woke it, that was when he began to travel. You're ancient, are you, robot? I am the first Empress of the Holy Ioxian Empire. I am both ancient and forever young. I am yours to command, until I eventually kill you. I mean, mood. This is who brought about the fall of Iox. Fascinating. Now we have it. Pinned inside a robot like a butterfly in a book. I'm sure the curators will be fascinated to take it apart. But I need you out there, Aaliyah. And I suspect I need this thing with you. Did you want to take it apart? Perhaps. Otherwise, Aaliyah, I rather think the two of you deserve each other. Damn it, she's probably right. Traitorous human. I will not forget this. Telltale say Enkei will remember this. We appear to be auto-walking. I'm not doing any of this. Okay, no, this is just pulling us back to Mayari's office. So it contains a recording of the first Empress herself. So that's exciting. Anything else we can say to Mayari? Aaliyah. Also, there was a ship. Janiki found a huge ship buried in the dust. Much bigger than anything we can sail. Gigantic ship. That's what he found. Just this kind we will soon build, then. I spoke to an ancient voice from the Empire, Professor. I mean, that'll be Enkei. It had been stored into a figurine and forgotten, but it was still alive. Oh, no, this is the one we found under the gravestone. What did it tell you? She told me her name. Kaya. Recordings like that were once common in the Empire. They're all we have left from before the fall. Anything else interesting to say? If you have a moment more. Is the university flourishing? I think so, Aaliyah. Perhaps one day you'll spend a bit more time here and see for yourself. Wow. Casual burn. Can I steal anything from your office? I kind of want to steal something from your office. Because, like, NK sucks, but so do you. No? Okay. Everything nailed down, I get it. Good faith to you, Aaliyah. Human. Tell me about the darkness you mentioned. The darkness is coming, and only the vault can turn it back. Heaven's vault. Boom, roll credits. Is this the vault that Remba's ghost was talking about? The robots who ran the Empire knew, but they did nothing. Oh, now we heard the name Heaven's Vault. There you go, 7 episodes in and we heard the title. If the darkness is dangerous, the robots would have stopped it. They'd have to. Their ethical cores... Their ethical cores are statistical. The robots believe the darkness is necessary, even though the darkness will kill us all. That is why their rule had to end. Huh. End of the Steel Empire, the rulers of the First Empire were overthrown by the Empress, who initiated the Holy Empire. All these ages we didn't know about when we started. So, iolite crystals from the site of Remba's cache must have been mined during the Empire period, to make things like that brooch Remba found. There might be some evidence of that work left, or some artifacts from connected sites. Okay. Where did they find the device? The one at the site of the Withering Palace. Was it the Great Forge? It was found on a deeply... Oh no, it was found on a deeply forested moon, far out in turbulent waters. Would you be pleased or horrified if I told you how many died locating it? I'm an archaeologist. I just want to know the truth. The truth? The truth is whatever the powerful choose it to be. No more, no less. Yes, in my voicing I'm just assuming that when she's got Six's face on, she's got Six's voice on. Surely you're done here? Can we go yet? No, I need to go and bother Huang again. And yes, I'm aware you could just hopper us out whenever you felt like it, but you're not, so. If the iolite aboard Remba's ship was quarried in the iolite moon Remba found, then they must have been quarrying there long before we thought. Okay, cool, just gonna let that thought sit in a vacuum. Huang, can I bother you yet? Want to look at a book and maybe show you a book? No? No, I can't. Ah, boo. Can I steal this vase? It'd look lovely on the Nightingale. No? Okay, I'm going. See you soon, Huang. See you soon. Mina. I don't remember Huang's voice. You declared yourself a goddess. You wiped away the ancient religions. Do you know what they believed? Before I burned all the books, before I rewrote their tongue, superstition, seditious superstition. What did the ancients believe? What were their gods? They believed in a pantheon of 7. 6 gods out among the moons, and one, the 7th, waiting. A 7th god? Waiting where? In a tomb. On the edge of the nebula, waiting to take the people to liberation. These people were primitives. Mildly racist. But hey, what God Empress wasn't? The lost river we saw in the library, leading from the watery moon out into the depths of the nebula. Did it flow to the Temple of the Seventh God, perhaps? Is that what Heaven's Vault is? Cool. No, that's again all we're saying. Love it if you just give us some straight answers, NK. But hey, what God Emperor ever did? You hoppered yourself into a robot. You died so you could live forever. An empire must have foundation, a greatness to keep it sound. The Emperor forever, the Emperor undying. I offered myself to be the beating heart of the empire I created. Yeah, this is 100% Leto II. There were others after you. That place was used to capture children. I know that, of course. They rose like a wind from the Withering Palace with me. We took Iox together. It was glorious. The robots invented the loop. They devised a way to minimize human suffering at the thought of death. But they did it purely to minimize their own suffering. That makes a lot of sense. Most people prefer to believe it. People don't like things going to waste. So yeah, there you go. From the horse's mouth, the loop is absolutely just invented to pacify the populace and not an actual thing. Unless it is, we shall see. I suppose no one knows this is a copy. Doesn't seem good enough for the mighty Iox. Hey, your June jokes aren't that niche if I got them. And so we left the university. I say that as though I'm not here for niche jokes most of the time. Back on the boat. Yes. Chat, if anybody wants to remind me at the end, I can't run long today. Okay, okay, you're back to having hair. Hello, lizard, you still don't have hair. Goodbye, book. We read you and then gave you to Wang. Nebula. Leah. Okay. Let's start sailing. I will ready the braces. That is 17 GMT. We're not on British summertime on account of it being, you know, winter. So yeah. We could go to Elbereth and see what NK thinks of that. But yes, hard cut off, 5 o'clock, because I have quiz to go and play and probably lose. My friend Oro lives in the Citadel, but the Empress NK refuses to even roll tracks here. Oh yeah, so I don't really know what we can do there. Should we? Yes, I know the S in American time zones is standard, but here it is, BST is British summertime. We are currently on GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. Let's just go to the Watery Moon, which is going to be the kind of a big moment. This should be a big, long sailing moment, and then, you know, things will happen. Who knows? This might actually be the end. I really don't know how long this game is. Really don't. Sailing to Watery Moon and Eagles Pass. Let's go. and the music is still down because this is where we get muted. Yes, we will need to go right momentarily, I am aware. Huh, I could just give control to NK right off the bat, but honestly, this is a kind of big dramatic point of the story. It feels like we should do the sailing. And also, let's have a chat. Is it possible to alter gravity itself? I mean, I think we've seen evidence that yes. I had people to do that for me. I mean, you're an empress, of course you did. You have people to do everything for you. That's what being an emperor is. To bend heaven itself to my will. I know I say it every time, but seriously, I cannot describe how nice the sailing feels. It's got really nice responsivity. But yes, I should stop saying the same good things every time, I guess.
For the longest time, Mayari didn't know about the Nightingale. I would hitch lifts with robot couriers to Elbereth, then slip away to play aboard the ship. Until one day, when Oroi reckoned she could figure out how to launch it. And of course, I didn't know how to stop. I pretty much crashed into the dock on Iox.
Either of the branches leads to our destination, Aaliyah. Thanks, evil Satnav. Once we reach this place, we'll waste no time. If there's a link to Heaven's Vault, we'll find it. Simple as that, I guess. And if not, there will be. Solid academic rigor there. There must be. Solid academic rigor. I'm sure of it. I think it's because the motion of the... You should disregard the next turning. Okay, thanks. I think, like, the motion you get with the sailing on this feels like real sailing. It's got that same kind of swing and weight into it. Ooh, a ruin. Love those. A ruin. It is a ruin from ancient times, Aaliyah. Why don't you wait,
The robot
Aaliyah?
vanished. I could have slipped the ropes and left it there.
I found a yellowing cloud map. It must have come from somewhere close by. And there's a written annotation around the outline of a moon. So, what does it say? I have no idea. Why would I know? I had scribes for that kind of thing. This one's a phrase run together. Okay. I can add my translation for stars to my dictionary now. Well, yeah, we've been pretty sure of that for a long time. So this is the verb to die in water, which is to drown. And this is the noun form of to bless, so this is a blessing. To drown in the stars is a blessing. Wow. I think this originates from the place we're after. We must be nearly there. Really? No, but so the site we're after is easy to locate. And it's not even... Has it even shrunk my search area? Maybe a bit, I don't know. Drowning in the stars is just freeze drying. Yeah, you're not wrong. Why did you destroy Iox? Yeah, camera. It had become no better than the mechanicals I overthrew. Game, you coping alright there? I don't know what just happened. A cruel and selfish place. It was time for it to fall. Slalom. There's a faster way to the right. Okay. I do appreciate faster ways. I mean, much as I appreciate the chill sailing. Let's see what's out here, NK. I mean, so far it seems to be going the opposite direction to what I want. But you know, go off, I guess. I found a god buried in the bottom of the mine, and then I died. I don't know how to respond to that statement. Seriously, I don't get the route it's telling me to take. I'm going to take the other way. Perhaps I should say... Or is that NK talking once again? Oh no, you didn't. Oh, now you're sassing us. You think just because you're an empress you can sass. Leah, there is another airless wreck some distance away on the left. Okay. Well, good. We'll check it out when I see it. I did? I did what? What did I? Oh, the... God. It saved me. It hopped me to Elbarath. This shipwreck appears to date from the earliest days of the nebula. This should only take a few moments, Leah. I recovered a shattered goddess of water model fashioned from stone. I wonder how long it's been there. Looks like there's an inscription on the base. This is one end of a broken fragment of text. Again, I love that I can just look at this and immediately read some of it. May. Plants. This is grow and live, opposite to like flourish. Strong. As. I believe you can be confident of your translation for plants now, Leah. And strong must be right too. See, we're getting you interested in linguistics, NK. Okay, yeah, this is just to grow. This is plant, live. Grow strong as... Well, this is an up plant, or as we call it, a tree. May the plants grow strong as trees. Okay, I will take this turn. I'd say this was made on the exact site we're looking for. We're on the right track. Let's make the exact spot we're currently hunting easy to locate. The robot you claim to have encountered after the hopper malfunction, Leah. Oh no, we've hit in a slow patch. It occurs to me it might have been a recording. Well, yeah, basically saying that for a very long time. We've entered an area of weaker flow once more, Aaliyah. Okay, but you were saying something. Let me take care of the sailing. You take care of the stories. Didn't think the ship could move through flows this week. Okay, no, the conversation is just about sailing now. Great. Seems like whoever built the Nightingale knew what they were doing. I mean, good? I'd hate to think a skyship was being built by somebody just at random. Who did build the ship, Aaliyah? I have no idea who built her. I suppose she must have been Alberethian. Human. Some distance away up ahead, a structure of some kind. Well, let's go and poke it. The ruin here appears to date from ancient times. I will investigate. I found a broken metal pitcher. It most likely came from somewhere nearby. On the lips, something etched. This is the end of a... Oh no, this is the end of a longer line of text. Seriously, would it kill you to have a visual indication of who is speaking? Die. In. This. Oh no, that's drown. Drown yourself. Yike. I'm certain my translation for drown's correct now. So this is a... Okay, so this is a noun of the verb to drink, as opposed to the noun of the character flow. So this is a drink thing, which is a cup. Drown yourself in this cup. Okay. I think this comes from the exact place we're after. Yeah. It's the only place around here. Must be getting close. Should make the exact spot we're currently after easier to find. Wow, words are not my friends today, which, in a language-based game, problematic. Ryan told me of something in the Chronicles of Mazwai. Excuse me, Abby, you can't just come in here and spam hydrate. Oh, drown yourself in this cup. Okay, solid point. Oh. I will not drown myself in this cup because I'm pretty sure that violates terms of service. There was an old poem about sailing the fiery path. We're here. Our possible search locations, of which there is one. I wonder if this is what it meant, the spray in the water. Also, there appears to only be one river going in here, so... Yeah, I see why they say this... I see why they were implying point of no return. It is certainly not fiery, Aaliyah. Metaphor, NK. Metaphor. The watery moon should be close at hand. Shoom. Again, I don't think that really functionally does much. It's just pleasing. Ooh, there's something up there. Yeah, there is very definitely only one river around here. So we're definitely not getting out easily. Something here. I will activate the hopper now. I mean, we were still a very long way, but sure. This is the oldest site I've ever found.
We made our way between ancient clustered trees. The air seemed to hang from their branches, dank and heavy, like wet cloth.
Now we've found something. This place is thriving. What are we expecting to find here? What lies in the heart of a forest? Water. Oh, I thought it was werewolves. No, I'm being told that's a different game. Just before we get going, are there any solvable inscriptions? Because, you know, we might as well maximize our language knowledge before we go to this kind of climax area. Yes, there are. Solvable inscriptions come to me. This clay figurine from the Hideout Moon. Definitely says, Goddess bless the plants. Carved above the entrance to the Withering Palace. It was really long, but now we've got enough to actually understand it. Okay, so that's in. That is this. That is place. Adjective of die, so the dead. So I don't have that. The dead may find. Yes, place is definitely right, but then we knew that. Oh, is this the soul or the dying? Oh, yeah, adjective noun death is dead. Adjective verb death is dying. Yeah, that's fair. Dead may find, and this is big concept. Give love. Mercy or friendship? I'm leaning towards mercy just because it opens with that sequence that means give. It's the kind of bestowal which is more like directional, which leads it to mercy more than friendship, I would say. Plus it works in context. This place the dead may find mercy. This fragment of a leather-bound book says the past can be found. This charred sheet of paper definitely says the holy pilgrim and the angry stranger walk into a bar. This map of the nebula definitely says stars above and below. This line of the book we couldn't touch before. The great path. So that'll be begins where the waters join, which is where we are now. Great and where are both correct. This other line from the book that I think we couldn't touch. So one last time. Adjective. Future. A future finish. So, yeah, before. One last time before death. Oh, and that's given us something else. This oil burner. Which definitely says I love for the last time. And this coin that we recently got definitely says of great worth, which frankly is a great thing for a coin to say. Just, this is valuable, honest. Oh, and that this has given me even... Oh no, now it's gone back to unsolved inscriptions. Of which... Oh, there are still a ton. But hey, we're making a crack. We are learning things. Love to learn things. It's cold. The mist. I've not seen mist like this since May Odyssey. It is not clear which way I'm meant / not meant to walk. I hope I'm not walking in circles. That's what I just implied. Don't get stuck in a bush, will you? I will pick my way forward somehow. And please try not to trip over your own feet. You're nothing. I have no idea if I'm going the right way, but it's a path that exists. There's a way down through here. Is this a path? There are no paving slabs, no guard posts. Yeah, but you have a very narrow view of what constitutes civilization or human intent. This place feels ancient somehow, even if there isn't anything here. Thought that was grass, was in fact a bush. That's also a bush. Welcome to Bush Recognizer 2022. It's so quiet. Yeah, that's why I'm talking crap. So still. I detect endless movement, Aaliyah. Leaves, insects. Ceaseless. Yeah, but there's always wind. That's your Harry Ball theorem. Not fallen branches. Almost entirely overgrown, but not quite. They've been worked. Jointed together with nails and screws. Shaped, planed, riveted, lacquered. Part of a ship of some kind, maybe. Perhaps, Aaliyah. It does not resemble any ship hull I have seen before. So it's old. Perhaps. Or perhaps it is something else entirely. I cannot imagine a boat of this size catching the wind effectively. Does anyone trust themselves to such a ship? That's all we're getting? Okay. I guess we're moving on. Cannot imagine such a ship surviving the rigors of space. But from the discoloration, I would say this boat has been in water. Ooh, there are marks on the rock. Not the first to come this way. Look, something's been scratched into the rock and highlighted by the moss. I know one of these words. I can guess the others. Oh, so okay. So this is noun of the vault. And the vault translates as going ever upward. Could be flows. This is past tense. This is just worked. Or calls to work, I guess, so activated. Is this a hopper? Because I mean, this is the only one that's a noun, and this does start with a noun mark. Water hoppers activated. Oh, that'll do for now. What's a water hopper? Was someone draining this moon? It's lush enough. A feasible theory, Leah. We know that long-distance hoppers are possible. Yes, we do. Shh. I heard something moving. In the trees. Most likely. There are animals here. What's part of oversleeping is being late for my streams? Ah, bless you, Sarah. There are barely any animals on Elbereth. A few donkeys, a few dogs. There are rats on Elbereth, Leah. Rats get everywhere. Should we ever reach Heaven's Vault, Leah, there will be rats who got there first. No, we're the rats. You don't like rats? No one likes rats. You missed Old Lady Robot? Yes, 6. Us and Oroy were tinkering around with the hopper on the old hospital moon, which it turns out is called the Withering Palace, and switched 6's brain matrix around and found out that he contained the first Empress of Iox. Wonder how far this forest stretches. The whole moon, Leah. Like an apple bristling with mold. You've got a real thing against life, haven't you, NK? Yeah, she's called NK. She's the first Empress of Iox. She hates us. But yes, oh, we absolutely called that. That's interesting. Yeah. Curved marks, grooves, in the stone, under the moss. Overlapping like the scales on a snake. Tracks? From some kind of enormous stone grinding creature. They will be from the blade of whatever tool dug this canyon, Leah. Or I cannot think of anything capable of carving on this scale. You think this canyon was dug? Naturally. Entropy creates planes, not winding channels. I think that's an oversimplification, but sure. But the how? Why? Did the ancients pick their way through the rock with spoons? How, I do not know, Leah. And why is very much your area. Seriously, I have no clue where we're meant to be going. Not the single... I do not have 1/16th of a clue. All this life going on without knowing how removed it is from everything else. The Nightingale herself must be an Age of Sail ship. She's about the right age, I think. And she's still river-worthy after all this time. Okay, random observation, but thank you. I mean, I kind of assumed that the ship was from the Age of Sail. Clues in the question. Game, where am I going? We have been aimlessly walking for too far. Thinking I guess about remember finding robots on the Aircy must be wrong. That box was old artifacts, nothing to do with robots at all. I can't even remember saying that. Indeed. Not that way. We can't run. Love it if we could run. Run everywhere. 90% of archaeology is cardio. Perhaps there was a telescope device on the stand on the roof of the room near Mercy. Perhaps Janiki took it. That might imply our telescope contains extractable data. Yeah, I think we assumed that, didn't we? Oh my god, game, where am I going? Letting a player blunder through your maze on their own is fair enough if having to get back takes a negligible amount of reset time. We are walking very slowly. I don't know. But we didn't happen across this place by chance, okay? We followed a lead. There must be something here. Somewhere. But not through here, apparently, because there's an invisible wall. Am I going back to the start? I feel like I'm going back to the start. And how do you intend to find your way? Well, yeah, that does seem to be the problem. It would be very easy to be turned around. You can't get lost, can you? No, Aaliyah, I cannot. But I wondered how a mere human would manage. We're roughly in a downhill canyon, I think. So that's how I'm coping, NK. What? Not sure that conversation made any sense, but let's keep moving. So were you off while you were buried? Asleep? Is that why you can't remember it? I do not know. I cannot remember. Maybe remember wiped your memory when he found you. If I'd been buried alive for 100 years, I'd be mad. It was longer than that, 1,000 years perhaps. But I cannot remember them. I wonder what else you used to know. Oh, hello.
I brushed away dirt and
Almost missed that,
scraped away the moss.
because I blinked. It appears to be an ornamental wooden shard from a boat's mast. I think it dates from ancient times. And there's something inscribed. Yeah, love an inscription, we do. Here on the House of Hubris. The Vault of Hubris, if you will. The Sky God does a verb I don't know. To life upon the rivers. Yes, life is correct. So this is, that's hold and that's upness. It's hold or it's just like value. I think this is breathe, because that in itself can be read as air. Sky God breathes life upon the rivers. I think that's correct. Blessing, perhaps? Add hazard that this comes from the same place as the telescope and the chart we found before. To make the possible site of Heaven's Vault easier to locate. Oh, good. That's helpful. Like, how much easier? I mean, it's still very large. Like, very large. Ooh, more symbols. Love that. This one's a broken piece from a longer phrase. It says Water Garden. Must be the name of the boat? We were going downhill. No, I'll tell you what we are doing. We are taking an earlier break than normal for reasons. Those reasons being eating an entire thing of guacamole with my lunch. Who knows? May not have been the best idea. But hey, we live, we learn, we do not learn. No, we don't learn here. Would this truly be the House of Hubris if we learned? So I will be... Oh, it was delicious. I'm just now experiencing regret. So I'm going to go and stretch and hydrate and do many other things I won't go into. And I would recommend all of you go and do the same things, stretch and do fluids and all of the things. And I will be back. Take your meds if you need to. I will be back in 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, see you in a few. And we're back. Hey folks, sorry about that. Let's continue trying to find our way through this bloody forest, shall we? We're going uphill again. We don't want to be going uphill, do we? Oh, I hate this. Like, everybody knows I have no sense of direction. Why would you curse me like this, game? We're going uphill again. Well, sounds like something's happening, so that's exciting. They said it's not just random ambiance. Well, we've been this way, haven't we? I remembered this layout of terrain. Oh god, we are walking in circles. I'm about to find the ship again, aren't I? That's something over there. Seriously? As anyone who's seen any of my streams ever will know, I can get lost in a corridor, so this is not helpful. Navigating 3D space is among the things I'm worst in the world at. Also, isn't great when the trees suddenly want to overtake the camera. Not that way. We've definitely been here before. Definitely. Okay. You said robots can't get lost. Could you maybe give us a hint as to where we're meant to be going? Is it meant to be obvious? Because it very much is not that. Have I probably walked straight past the correct way several times? Yes, of course. But what else did you expect? I've got the Rainbow Connection stuck in my head for no particular reason. It's about a rainbow. No, I don't want to get copyright stricken. Ha, as if I'm that good. Currently editing the stuff from the anniversary stream and running into the copyright issues from Just Shapes and Beats. Look, at the minute it's looking like it might be fine, we just don't monetize that video, but it's fine, it's not like the YouTube's making money. What even is money? We just don't know. Come on, game. I promise if you just teleport me to the end of the maze, I won't even be mad. I'll just be like, oh, I blinked and I guess I solved it. Well, would you look at that? And then we can all move on with our collective lives. Suddenly this is reminding me of, chat. Did any of you ever...
The trees parted. into a clearing around a listing statue.
Finally. Bless the wind. Nice to see a familiar face. Yeah, I was just saying, chat, if any of you have ever played The Path, it was just reminding me of that. Game? Game. 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 You've watched a video essay on it, does that count? That absolutely counts. I mean, come on, if secondary sources didn't count for things, then I would only know a tiny percentage of the things I do. It's what I always tell people. I don't actually experience media, I just read about it. Okay, games died. That's exciting. And there it goes. Come on, let's load it up again, and hopefully it won't do that. Yeah. What's my computer have against Heaven's Vault lately? Oh, my computer has a problem with a lot of games. And a lot of things in general. And, you know. Yeah. But then, to be fair, I have this computer working extremely hard. Please say it just takes us back to the clearing. Please. Thank all the gods for that. A metal dais. Look at the base she's on. That's neat. Couldn't be more different from the setting on Mercy. Although perhaps the shape of that one was made to match this? More like the ramps and panels on the old dock than anything else here. Is it some kind of mechanism? I mean, I would assume so. Perhaps you are suggesting it rotated earlier, so she could look around. Maybe. I was thinking of the engineering. But if you were going to make a base that spins, perhaps it would look like this. Undoubtedly, Alea. After all, the goddess would no doubt tire of looking at the same tree. You don't have to be a bitch about it. Shards of glass at her feet, not that she has feet. And a hole going down into the mechanism. Whatever this was, it's filled in with dirt. A lamp, perhaps? To light up the statue? Why would anyone want to do that? Drama? When I ascended to eternity, they hung lamps from every branch. The surrounding gods each held candles. The rocks dripped with light. Cool story. Ahuroi would love this thing. She'd want to take it apart bolt by bolt. Is that what she did to your third robot, Alea? Probably. Oh, hey, an inscription. Love me an inscription. This one's a fractured fragment from an even longer phrase. Okay, so that's something for the nebula. Water. That's give. That's a god. The goddess gives water for the nebula. Okay, good talk. Goddess gives water for the nebula. Finished. That fits with the other inscription we found. This place must have been some kind of shared source. An aquifer. Neat. But wait, there's more. There's another disc on this side, but this one's intact. It's not decorative. So what's it for? got it. Have you? It's a hopper. Oh, that makes sense. This is what the carved message we found earlier was about. The water hopper. The hopper of the water goddess. Firing off up to somewhere. Not only that, it is still working. It is radiating at this moment. Could I use this hopper? Go wherever it's going? Might go all the way to Heaven's Vault. This hopper is directed at something underground, Aaliyah. And even if you could make your way down there, the signal from this hopper, it points towards Iox. So this place is hoppering something to Iox. But what? Water! Something underground. Water! But you're serious. This place is where Iox gets its water from. And if I were to shut this place down... Please, Aaliyah. I do not like to consider it. I mean, we could just mess with them. The people on Elbereth knew NK. Honestly, I don't think they'd hesitate. They'd shut it down and then trade water for work in the fields. Then I do not suggest we tell them. And I shall personally inform Professor Mayari at the earliest convenience. What happens if a hopper signal is blocked? The connection no longer exists, therefore transfer does not occur. Whatever might have been relocated is not. Builds up. Then what, NK? I expect it explodes off into space. Has to go somewhere. Might become a river. Now that's interesting. Can you remove the glass? Alright. Move out of the way. Oh, like, actually, okay. There. Did anything change? The glass broke. I'm not sure what else you are hoping for. So instead of covering it, we've just broken it, great. Or, that was the glass wasn't the hopper, I was just covering it. Look down the hole. I can't make anything out down there. Just move away from the opening, Aaliyah. Hopper beam is still a radiation and you should not stick your face in it. And you've got a hopper with you. I carry a source, Aaliyah. And what does the source do? The source disentangles a given material form and then the eye refocuses it. Should we do this? I mean, negatives, we're cutting off the water from Iox. Positives, we're possibly enabling a better redistribution of wealth, and also it might give us a free river to go outwards, and also it'll piss off NK, so... And the ancients who built this place set the water goddess here to look after the place. Who knows, perhaps Maersi once had the same setup. Yeah, we're pressing the button. Line of sight. Simple as that, then. Now the water on Iox is drying up. Not yet, Aaliyah. There is still water in flow. But soon. Poor old Mayari. I wonder how she'll explain this one away to the powers above her. Wait. You've broken something. What kind of something? Can't see properly. I am detecting deep movement. Echoes from below. This thing isn't going to make my hand fall off, is it? It quite depends on how long you stand there. Water, Aaliyah. Water is rising up through the ground, washing the soil away. Aaliyah? There's a hatch. Should we... No, just wait. Let's hold a nerve, NK. I would be disappointed in you if you were to stop now. There must be a better way of blocking this thing. Just, yeah, agreed, a rock. So I'm not stuck here like this. The water level is rising. It will soon force the issue. The hatch, Aaliyah. I believe the water below is about to... Yeah, all good. Force it open, Aaliyah. Need something I could plug the hole with. The dented brass tablet originating from the Withering Palace would probably fit. How long can we wait? There's more water down there? I believe so, Aaliyah. Can you see what's down there? The hatch is flooded, Aaliyah. I assume there is water down there. I mean, fair. Fine, let's let go. Interesting. So this hopper really is doing something. Finally. The water is receding once more. Back to Iox. Iox will be breathing a sigh of relief once more. Something else has been uncovered, I think. So the hatch, it's an access panel to an underground reservoir. Robots could go down and clear it if it became blocked. Most likely a robot was positioned inside. Okay, well, we'll plug the hopper when we come out. Might be other hatches nearby. Maybe one with a ladder? I would hope you've had enough of climbing down ladders into underground death traps, Aaliyah. Can't make anything out. Just darkness. Oh, but there are symbols inside the hatch. But it isn't ancient. Some kind of diagram. Lines, nodes. I don't know what it is. A diagram of the moons fed by this place? Wires and cables for a machine? When did we get this luscious head of holographic hair? This is when we switched it. When we switched its personality at the Withering Palace from 6 to NK, the hair came with. There's some rope aboard the ship. There is approximately 3.5 meters of rope. It would not achieve anything. Mushrooms? What? What? Mushrooms? What? There's some cloth here. What's this? Mud soaked. That would be because of the flood we just did. A flag. It's been decorated with glyphs too. It's a frayed piece for an even longer phrase. Okay, that's stars above and only something below. I can add my translation for only to my dictionary now. Okay, so big concept. Not go to knowledge. So this is stupidity. This is that which does not seek knowledge. Stars above and only stupidity below. That's a good slogan. Must have been a pole here once. Marking the hatch, perhaps? Just gonna check her. Do we have any solvable inscriptions now? No. Okay, cool. Let's go and flood the place. Perhaps this place was once entirely underwater. Perhaps the boat we found was used to travel on the surface. Makes sense. And someone harvested that water using hoppers. And that system's been working ever since. Iox itself relies on it. Over time, one of the discs failed and the water level built up. Enough to saturate the soil and allow the forest to grow. The glass discs we saw must have worked to hobble the water away. When they're all blocked, it's got nowhere to go. Cool, let's block it. Here goes. Leah, I can feel the water rising rapidly once more. So it is. And Leah, the water is still coming with some force. If it is possible to spill out into a river, it will happen very soon. And I do not think we should be standing underneath it. Okay. What, just walk? Can you not hopper us out of here? Okay, this is probably not the best time to muse. Oh, so this was a hopper too. Presumably so. Blocked now by dirt and forest detritus. But curiously angled. There is nothing in this direction. We are at the edge of the nebula already. Ooh. Nothing. Why build a hopper without an eye? This hopper source. It would appear to be pointing in a direction similar to that of Remba's telescopes. This hopper is pointing to something outside the nebula. Perhaps to Heaven's Vault itself. So how do we get there? To the site this aquifer once fed. The site, if there is a site, is across a vast tract of dead space, Aaliyah. Short of wishing a river into existence, I do not think we can get there. I will hop you away. I am not bluffing. Fuck it. There's warmth here. Not much, but a little. Maybe this one is working, underneath the dirt as well. The eye this hopper transmits to is most likely a wellspring, Aaliyah. We'll clear it. It's definitely warm down here. I think. Can we not clear it? There. Human. Oh, the water's gone. The water is falling back, as though the pressure below ground has dropped, and something is forming in the sky above us. A new river? Tell me we've just made a river. Where does it go? There is only one way to find out. This place was built to create rivers, from a wellspring below up into the nebula. Rivers to Iox, to elsewhere. The rivers have been drying up, and the hopper's filling up with dirt. So there's a new river above us. It would appear so. Really, Aaliyah, perhaps we might go... Yeah, sure, because I can't find my way out of the forest on my own. Do it. Be ready. Well, we have made a discovery. And so we left the lonely forest as a new river formed overhead. We left the surface of the moon as it filled with water from below. Well, we've just wrecked the established status quo. Just wrecked it. The water from below is disentangling around us. It is beginning to flow, following some kind of path. It is quite beautiful. You can see it, the path. There are lines of force through space, arcs, grooves in the surface of things. I can see them. The rivers trace their outlines as they flow. We have made a new river, or recreated a very old one. Perhaps it will flow all the way to Heaven's Vault. And Iox? The river to Iox is gone, Aaliyah. It will not come back. But after we sail this new river, Aaliyah, There is no reason to assume there will be a way back. We'd better find out. I do not think we have a choice. We are already moving. Heaven's Vault. This river that we already saw a bit of for some reason. Can't go anywhere else on account of this is a one-way river. As are all rivers now I think about it. Do I have any solvable inscriptions? Just checking. No. Summoned a river out of an ancient aquifer, running deep into the darkness outside the nebula. Okay, triangulated the network of telescopes and traced the line of the broken hopper on the forest moon to the site of Heaven's Vault. There's definitely something out there. There's this great distance, the darkness that Remember's ghost meant. Would this prove to be the site of Heaven's Vault and the seventh god's tomb? We could find out, but as Enkei pointed out, it's a one-way trip. There's no reason to believe there'll be a river running home. Like I say, there's no river running home from where you already are. You have already started the one way. And it's not like we've got anything else to go back for. Let's go! Spring break! Sailing to Heaven's Vault. Yeah. In a weirdly pulsing river. Where are we going? Where is this vault? We are going far. We are going fast. Which is for the best when they've done this whole, this is a one-way trip. If it had been slow, then that would have been interminable. Clouds are definitely looking sparse out there. Weird split in the river there. Eagle's claws. Yeah, no, these all go to the same place. Let the river carry us. She's got such an interesting variety of swears as earlier. But then I suppose that's true of most cultures. Shoom for extra drama. Also, when you're already in a fast river, you can go some serious speed doing that.
Sailing through Eagle's Pass, I thought I saw a gigantic ship. As large as a moon, moving down the river like a shadow. Of course, I was ahead of it, and by the time I looped around, it was gone.
Is that it? What we're looking for? Let's go down. I am excited. Heaven's Vault. There's a moon out here in the dark. It didn't look that dark, it was mostly yellow.
We had followed a strange and winding road through the loneliest reaches of space.
This is the place
and
from the intro.
Moon at the end of the path was nothing.
It's a desert. I was hoping for, I don't know what. Hope is for imbeciles. Still, I must commend you, Aaliyah. You succeeded where that miserable rat Renber failed. Now we
But
climb.
now, I didn't know if I could return.
I was thinking about Huang. I think Mina and Huang will form a bond. Oh no, that's Enke asking that. Form a bond. You're so precious, Enke. Understand my meaning, surely. It's up to Mina and Huang what they do, not me. What is that noise? But they did look cute together. Not every opposite gender couple with similar interests have to be a couple. Grave markers. Just like the ones we saw in the Emperor's graveyard and outside the hermitage on the moon near Maersi. Lots of them. And here's the Death Goddess. Kiss me Miasi and you Besarifa. Can you understand what it's saying? Of course not. I can't speak ancient. Nukatiaki Ayati Kiang Miakas Besimi Farahiru. One is really gonna miss me, I think. We've been friends since I arrived. He would have been your slave had you asked it of him. It is better this way. Suppose I'll have Mina to keep him company. This graveyard is very loud. Huang never did introduce me to the annals of Mazwai. He always said he would. I imagine he is still waiting for the right moment. I wonder how long it will be before he realizes you have gone. Yeah, exactly. There could be a throuple and we just haven't seen the third yet. You get it. Kati Ayabes. Mimia Huarian Kifakatsi Katstibitsari. Kakima Timikis Faranga Yasihu. Who are you, I wonder? What did you want to say? Ikabes Kitisi. Miami Farangaya Hukis Kishu. Ari Kat Kimiang Bessi Ayami Fati Ayakis Katbasori. Simia Mifa. Tiki Hukis Kimiaya Tingori. Can they hear us, do you think? Like Kaya could. Hear but not think. Mifabes Yukatsu Fari Bes. Ayakat Kisiang Mimiaki. Seems strange to think I might not see my Ari again. She called me her daughter. But I can't be her daughter. Not really. You were not born of her, Aliyah. That is quite apparent. But I do not think that is what she meant. Once again, we understand metaphor. Aritikat Fabus Miaicus. Utiakiari and Simiki Simihuangare Fati. I wonder what you're trying to tell me. Yikes, Pescataya mia famienti. Tati Bessiori Kishu. Let's try back this way. That was a lot. I don't like them. There's too many of them. Here's another guard. Perhaps this is an old road. If there's anything here, it's up there. But I'm not sure you will survive this climb. Your lungs, they've been getting worse. You have sheer lung, don't you? What? You always have had it. You and every other Elberethian rodent. Slisset. Puny human. You cannot simply ignore reality. Then don't patronize me. I didn't come this far to turn back now. Aaliyah. I feel like everyone on Albereth having a chronic illness is the kind of thing that should have been foreshadowed, but hey. I was thinking about Timor. He seemed quite serious when we told him about the lush graveyard moon. Wonder if you really will find a way to ship water from there. It seems the ancients used the hoppers to transport water. Perhaps Ori can do the same for him. He's going to find a great market on Iox if he can do it. It is likely to cause considerable upset. I know that shape. Kibenya. I always said she was truly ancient. Kibenya. The people back on Mayasi would not believe it. Perhaps this is her home. Something carved here. It's ancient. Although we already know Kibenya. Goddess makes the harvest strong. I believe you are correct with make. And harvest must be right as well. Goddess make the harvest strong. Done. And who knows, maybe it will be now that we're bringing water back. Yeah. But what's this? Something here. A wooden hatch. Nothing like as fancy as the one in the forest. Filled in with sand. But still, I think it must have once been a well. Guarded by Kibenya. Only why would there be a well here? What was this place like before, I wonder? Farmland? Fields? Rice and pigs under the eyes of Kibenya? There was a river to this place once. There may be water here again soon enough. But look at this place, NK. Couldn't be more desolate. Time destroys everything. Well, almost everything. Look, you can't just deify yourself out of this as well. This way.
And then we began to climb.
This is the intro cinematic.
I fell silent, saving my breath. The robot purred along behind me. The wind offered little secrets and then snatched them away. But something was wrong.
Okay. What? Okay. I feel fine. The climb, it's easy. Perhaps I've grown stronger. Perhaps something about this place has made me well. The opposite is true, Aaliyah. It seems there is something wrong with gravity here. So is there iolite here? No, Aaliyah. But whatever field the iolite was storing, that field wraps around this place like a cocoon. Interesting. Does help if your base is on a mountain, if you can make the mountain easier to climb. What are these things? Never seen anything like them. What are they for? Is it a tower? The structure's like the metal crater we found. But the materials are quite different. Oh no, that's NK, damn it. It's so hard to tell. Any inscriptions? It's ancient. As old as anything. The walls. They're inscribed in some detail. No symbols. Fragments of images in the rust. Okay, but can we look at them? Etched with some kind of blunt blade. Carved in later, I think, than the metal was made, but worn down by the sand. NK, can you make anything of these etchings? I will take a look, Aaliyah. Go ahead. Can you read it? Now wait, Aaliyah. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Hurry up. That was effective. Good work, Aaliyah. Strong direction. Well... NK has encountered an error. Tell me something. Okay. 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 Hello, NK. Or are these drawings specifically a robot brain trap? If one could see this. I'd like to see them tell me that history is a fantasy now. But they'll never see it, of course. No one will. Okay. Okay. Hello. Hello. Are you done? Is the game glitching? I honestly do not know. You know what? I'm going to try and leave and see what happens. Aaliyah, I believe I have some sense of it. Fine. Tell me a story, Empress NK, now that you're actually done. The etching tells the tale of a group of gods who strode forward across a wide desert from a place of much water, bringing water. They caused the fields here to be fertile for a time. Strode? A god with feet? Perhaps, yes. A village rose up around the god to worship the god. The god demanded tribute, I cannot tell how often. A tribute of people. And then the god was killed. Oh, the villagers fought back. Good for them. And the god is above us. I think this mountain holds the god's tomb. Then let's go bother a god. I mean, while I like that, I also feel like god bothering as a phrase has a different connotation. There's a wide difference between bothering a god and god bothering. I have been contemplating our thoughts about wellsprings. The wellsprings cannot surely all be fed by other wellsprings. The water and air must originate somewhere. Maybe. Maybe not. What if it's a cycle? What if there is a Great Loop after all? Ruin. It's not much of a ruin, but still, it's something. Oh yeah. I do not think the statues carved themselves, Aaliyah. I will stay here, Aaliyah. I do not fancy the drop. But if the rivers and the wellsprings are all a loop, how could they be drying up? If the rivers are maintained by a network of active hoppers, Aaliyah, passing water from place to place, then it seems like there are inefficiencies, a little data, a little water lost in every transmission. Eventually drying out would be inevitable. That's entropy. The sun goddess. No, again, I think chat is going with a different connotation of God bothering. But if the rivers are drying out, if the rivers are the wellsprings, there's going to be a drought. I suppose so. A drought that cannot be stopped. Well, let's read this inscription. Because, you know, why not? Don't put Emily's horny comments on the rest of you. Come on, this is like rule 1 of being Twitch chat. Is you all speak for all of you. I believe I remember the word for jewel. Okay, so... No, those are absolutely not the worst things this chat has said. So, this is noun. Noun of something above. In apposition, adjective, noun of darkness. So, evening, the darkness from above. A jewel of evening light. Oh, the Sky God's up there. Hello, Sky God. Hello, lady. Sky God. That's the top. Not far now. But let's look in this building first. Yay, words. Many words. Jesus God alive. Well, this is very well preserved. Okay, let's kick off. That's an eagle. Will. Illuminate. It's. That's then noun marker eagle. Huh? Okay, no, I think this is all its own construction. Oh god, this is so long. There's M's. Although I think that might be a construction with that. Jesus, there's a lot of things to think about here. There's dark. That's the sky. Yeah, no, this is going to be final. Adjective, many, time, place, many, water. That's definitely an and. That's comes. That's stars. Yeah, I think we're doing the bit where we just plug everything in and then it tells us we got something wrong, to be honest. Yeah, let's just do that. Hey, what have we got wrong? No, we're just giving up. I have to come back to this later. Okay. Eagle will illuminate its eagle and comes stars of eye of dark sun of ends many. Did the eagle and sun originate out here so long ago? How can a sun be dark? I thought a sun was made of fire. Can't make any more of it. Can I just step over this wall? No, no, impossible. Ankle high fence. Okay, guess I'll walk around it. I can still look at the Sky God. Need to take the path around that way. Please, climb carefully. I have no input. Yes, Dark Sun is a metaphor common to many cultures. Yeah, for an archaeologist and a linguist, it's not much further. She has a really terrible grasp of metaphor sometimes. One last corner. We're almost... There's the Sky God. At the top. Take a moment to rest before you walk, please. Okay, but can I examine the statue? Will that not be too taxing on my lungs? Mum? This is the summit? This is as far as the path goes. What does the Sky God say? This one's a broken fragment from an even longer phrase. May, the Sky God, illuminate your way. So my translation illuminate can't be correct anymore. Really? Okay. So I guess it's open. Or is it speed? Oh, actually it could be speed. May the Sky God speed your way? Okay, I'm just going to see if I have any more listed as solvable now. Yes, I do. The buried hatch at Rambus Oakside. Crystals from the Serpent's Eye. And this line from the book. We make our homes on the moons of the nebula. Okay, so they're just ones we had already got. But hey. Nice to have things confirmed, I guess. A bricked up opening. There is something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? The seventh guard seems far-fetched. Only one way in? As far as I can ascertain, yes. Something written here. Ancient script. It must have been cut in when the mortar was still wet. But I think I can read it. It says Heaven's Vault, it's in the title of the game. There's two words, not one. But where's the one word end and the next start? Because we had to introduce these concepts because we had this at the start of the game. True archaeology, let's go rob a grave. Yes, indeed. It says Heaven's Vault. Yes, yes, I know it says Heaven's Vault. I'm well aware. It's complete. Heaven's Vault. We're here, and the camera is having a moment. It's a name. But of what? There's more here below that we didn't include in the opening. Scratched in, it must be a warning. Nothing of value is here. What is here was considered repulsive to us. We considered ourselves a powerful culture. No. Seventh. I've done that bit. Quite enough. God. Don't know this next construction. That's this. Temple. Sorry. Words, bleh, vowels. Drink. The nebula. Until... Well, this is worrying. What is a game about a historian studying an ancient empire if they don't become Frankenstein levels obsessed with bringing that empire's idea of the apocalypse to fruition? I mean, yeah. Also, I just love that. I've only just looked at the top of the screen and just the heading, Dire Warning. Until, that's until all is dark, right? I can add my translation for dark to my dictionary now. Well, yeah, I mean, because it's adjective of noun, not light. So this has to be inside. Combination of at and place. The seventh god inside this temple will drink the nebula until all is dark. Great! Drink the nebula. Great darkness. The drying up of the rivers. This is why Rambo was looking for the Vault Empress NK. Why you were. The seventh god. Here he is. Just as we hoped. Still, this is a temple, then. Heaven's Vault is a temple. Set here above all the other gods. The darkness the Remba described. Slow disappearance of the nebula. This is it. Whatever's inside here, that's what's doing it. Draining the forces that drive the rivers. Bringing darkness. I mean, having a god of darkness is also very on brand. We have a listen prompt. Leah. But this is interesting. I can feel a breeze. It must be open on the other side. Open onto what? Yeah, push out a brick. Let's jangle this bastard. Or a lot of bricks. Yeah, that should be enough to climb through. Well, this bricked up wall was so useful. Can you widen it? Because otherwise you'll have trouble getting through. Human. Walls fall for me. Soft as butter. I mean, it wasn't hard for me either. Well, here goes nothing. It's beautiful. It's a familiar compass. Sundial. Words. We can't look at that. There. A shard of metal. Positioned like an icon. Do you recognize it? No, I suppose you would not. It is a robot metal. Reminds me of the sundial on Ions. The curve and the spar. No wonder no one can get it to work. This is older than anything we've ever seen. It must be original. As much as anything can be, this is. Your loop upbringing really showing through there. You are a historian and you're still saying, well, as much as anything can be original. I don't have time to sit here and translate from memory all the things written on the walls. Sorry. Go back to the VOD and check out this section, I guess. Can you even make that top line out? Not really. But hey. There, I've given you clear views as much as I can of all of them, so... exercise for the reader. The operation of this door seems simple enough. Yeah, that was simple. By the rivers. What is this? What have we found? Okay, no answer. Let's just get going. Into this spaceship, question mark? Another door. No handles, nothing to pull or push. Not magnetically, Is it like Cactus Gate? Do I say a word? Kibenia? Oh, the waters. Oh, that worked. What is this place?
The tomb was not a tomb.
But it was neat as hell.
The mountain was not a mountain.
Similarly neat as hell.
This was heaven's vault. And it was still alive.
What's it made of? Same as the structure on the docking crater moon? I believe so. Interesting that that would be your opening question, but hey. Archaeologists gonna archaeologe. Si capes Casemia Mori Farikiaya. There was a bridge there a second ago, right? Did they just take the bridge away? Because that's just rude. What are these? Can I poke them? No. Tihu Humika Tenkus. There are robots here. Doing what and why? They are mindless, Aaliyah. Ants. You're not excited, but there are more. This is a graveyard. Wait. Was there just only one bridge and I went the wrong way? Is that the problem here? Am I an idiot? Is that the problem here? Okay, I don't know what I'm looking at. Nor do I. Though I am quite sure that I have been here before. Or in the art if I see me. Hello, robots. Ah, another bridge. Besenga Kusaya Kismisimya Hutikaki Engwesfa. To the bridge. This way. Yes, they are taking the bridges away. Where did it go? Over there. wonder the gravity outside was wrong. This moon's hollow. Yes, the long way is letting me see more of the little alcoves and do the voice lines. This is incredible. It's like nothing I've ever seen. Like nothing anyone's seen. Can I poke these? No. Can I cross the bridge now? Cross quickly. Hurrah. Please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall. Robots. Servos. Mindless drones. Let's see what's in the middle. You could tell Amadu about this place. He'd love it, and also kill us for kidnapping his daughter. No, we can't. There is no way back to Renak. If Amadu came out here, he would also be stuck. It's just a nice idea, Empress NK. NK, of course, short for natural killer. What do you make of this? I mean, it's at the centre, that seems significant. Central to this whole space. Move aside, Aaliyah. That's a hopper. Yenihwamicus. NK. Ariamba Soliti. Yaiki and Sierra Farali. NK. You remembering something? Whoa! Sifa. Now you are bird. Welcome, Overseer. Tell me. Do you wish to vault? Told you vault was a verb. By the goddess. Do you wish to vault? Who am I talking to? Are you the seventh god? I am the ship. Please answer the question, Aaliyah. Do you wish to vault? Are you absorbing the rivers? The great darkness? The rivers disappearing? You're doing it? 66% of the core is now recovered. Please. It hurts. Do you wish to vault? To vault? What does that mean? A viable proximate system has been located. A lensing singularity is available. Refraction error is minimal. Do you wish to vault? And what happens if I say yes? Does something happen to the nebula? Entropy is inescapable. The rivers will inevitably run dry. But we will be elsewhere. The Overseer must answer the question. Do we vault? Right. Told you vault was a verb. I called that out in, episode 1. Heaven's vault is not a noun phrase, it is a verb phrase. It is, yes, it's the state of going ever up the vault, but it's very much the verb form. It is the big jump of the stars, which is just a way of saying travelling to another star system, and I should have called that. Should have called that. This miserable ship wants your assistance. It is a pathetic supplicant. It believes that allowing the rivers to simply degrade will cause great harm. But to vault will also cause harm. It is bound by its ethical core to decide, but it cannot. It is in agony. I find indecision quite disgusting. Maybe I can turn this off. Stop. Entropic loss during recovery has been significant. Further loss will render vaulting impossible. So the question is, do we let entropy take its course and try and learn how to deal with it in space? Do we vault? Or do we just leave? You say, do we save the nebula or escape it? I don't even know if the nebula is salvageable. Like, at least this is as far as I'm reading it. Our choices are leave the room and make no decision. Things continue. Nobody knows anything. We starve to death. We turn it off, and then the cycle is ended forever. Or we vault, and the way it's reading it, start the same cycle all over again with the hope that maybe next time it will be better. This is not the kind of moral choice I expected to be encountering today, I'll be honest. And in other news, I mean, in the grand vein of decisions of hubris in this game, I am inclined to say, yeah, let's do it. See what happens. Because frankly, I am fueled by see what happens, as you all should know by now. While I'm talking, do I have any other solvable inscriptions at the minute? Nah. You'd probably shut it down, but you can see the value in vaulting. I mean, there's always the thing that vaulting means we might find a better way next time. Like, ending the cycle forever is a very big thing. And while knowing that entropy is inevitable because thermodynamics, we might have a better way of dealing with it, and also perhaps a better society. But also there's value to saying break the cycles, especially because this has become such a cycle of systemic oppression. I'm inclined, like I say, I'm inclined to vote because I'm like, screw it, see what happens. I'm also inclined to kind of make the big decision, break the cycle, believe in my fellow humans to be able to fix things rather than just starting over. What if we save in Trial 3? No can do. This is autosave only. At least I don't believe there's a way we can. No, this is autosave only. I'm honestly paralyzed by indecision. Yeah, I would also love to see all the endings, but that does not seem to be how this game runs. I mean, I've been all about disrupting the status quo. Shut it all down, NK. Now. Whatever this place has been doing to the nebula, it stops now. You are quite certain. In the long term, this decision offers no hope. Nothing survives in the long term. That's what entropy is. I'm an archaeologist. I've stood on the graves of emperors. I've wandered empty markets that once thrummed with a wealth of voices. I've seen the work of time firsthand. Time destroys every action, every idea. Nothing lasts. Not possessions, not fame, not fear. What was kind becomes monstrous. What was understood is overturned. We do what we do, and then we pass on. What this place was built to do doesn't matter anymore. The ancient gods are forgotten. This place is old and buried, and you are doing harm. Time to stop. Release the rivers. All of them. Do it now. I obey, Overseer. I am releasing the core. And now we're leaving. Well, a choice has been made. And, like, that was a cool speech, so we got that at least. This screen shake I could really be doing with stopping. Not loving that. I said stopping. Aaliyah. The sky is changing. New rivers are forming. Way home? Thousands of ways. There's a but. There's always a but. There is. Sometimes it is you. I will remain here. As you pointed out, the machine in there is rather old and stupid. But it seems to me there is another way. And I do not think it is reckoned on Enke, the first empress of the Holy Ioxian Empire. So what, you can argue with it? I feel sorry for the thing. It has tremendous resources. I will see what I can do. But perhaps we will meet again. Now the nebula is connected once more. I will hop you down to the Nightingale. Good sailing, Aaliyah and Lasra. Mayari's gonna blame me for this. I just know she will.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present. But the past is just another story. How we tell that story, what it means, that's for us to decide.
Can I just say, incidentally, that is a absolutely dope list of things to be credited for. Design director, narrative architect, scribe, causality and continuity, paleolinguistics. Winning at life. Cloudsmith and River Wright. These are some good credits. Gem Carmella. Good job. Music by Lawrence Chapman, who, you know, keeps getting my VODs muted. Yeah, and ultimately we don't get to know what the choice did. Because, like she says, stories don't get tied up. Neatly. It's rare that I see a game that really encapsulates how I feel about narrative and about really the nature of life. Where my philosophy has always been, stuff happens, and like, we are fundamentally chaos and entropy. There's no stopping that. There's no great... Oh god, what is this last message? Okay, that's your... That's... Journey? That's in... Well, it could be like life, actually. No, not life, but like... Path. And then we have one big concept here. Oh no, it might be two. I'm not doing this off the top of my head. My brain is too full right now. I did not vote. The ancient engines of the Heaven's Vault died, returning their power to long-forgotten rivers, giving me 100 new places to explore. But I would be exploring them without Enkei. But they've not appeared on my map, so, you know, there's that. Incidentally, do I have any more solvable inscriptions? No. So if we just exit here... It brings us back. Yep, this is the opening of the game again. Start Plus. Oh no, what does Start Plus mean? In New Game Plus, your knowledge of Ancient will carry over. If you prefer to start the game from scratch, go back to the menu and reset the game. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be doing a full New Game Plus on this channel, because this has already been long.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings.
God, I forgot that that was the
Past is
opening
always
line.
present.
Ah, love me a bookend.
But there has to be a spark. Something that brings the past to light.
Let's not let the view distract you. I know what I'm doing. Seriously, I know so much about what I'm doing. I can speak Ancient. Look, there's the Sky God. We know this. Interestingly, in the intro, this is very clearly 6, not Enkei. Okay, yes, I can read Ancient. It's that bit in Stargate. Well, it's just a matter of once you've got the vowels, it's easy. Which is one of the better paleolinguistics jokes in film. Trudge, trudge, trudge. Find bricked up opening. There's something written here, and I can read it because I am the universe's foremost expert. It says Heaven's Vault. See? Damn, I'm good. And then we go back to university. Yeah, like I say, I'm not going to do New Game Plus on the channel.
My story begins on Iox. That was where I met the robot.
If I do it, it will be on my own time. Because, honestly, I think I'm satisfied with that. That simultaneously resolves things without, yes, it's all about the lack of resolution, but I like that. And yes, Sarah and I will absolutely message you. Yeah. Ooh. That's gonna sit with me for a while. Because I really like that lack of resolution, especially because it's running on the concept of archaeology. Because so much of archaeology, especially like proper paleoarchaeology, is our best guess. And these views change all the time, and we're never entirely sure what happened because of time. There's I think it's a Chris Addison joke I always remember. All archaeology can actually tell us is that we were all skeletons that lived underground. Everything else is just supposition. Which, yes, obviously hyperbole, but the point is valid. Yeah, so we can make our own. We can make our own kind of readings and interpretations of what's happened and what will happen after these events. But we can't know for sure what's going to happen any more than we can know for sure what was in every book in the burnt library. It's enigmatic because that's what archaeology is, and to a certain extent that's what history is. Now, that's not saying that there's credit to the whole Ioxian view of, well, history is a fantasy and meaningless and we shouldn't pay attention to it. Because things still happen. But at the same time, it's worth saying that while things happen and happened and will happen, they will, our interpretations of them are always changeable but are what ultimately determine how they affect the world. Oh yes, I am absolutely going to run this again until I have a full dictionary. Just no fear there. But yeah, and honestly I'd consider doing it on stream were it not for the fact that you can't really skip through dialogue, so it'd still take ages. Yeah. So yeah, I do like that it really goes heavy on interpretability, because that's what history is, especially deep history. So yeah, we have possibly doomed the nebula, but also it was going to die anyway, and who knows, we've probably given it a lot more life by releasing all the rivers that were being used to power the ship. And I think trying to forestall entropy was probably a flawed project to begin with. Can I just say? Just hot take, but maybe trying to circumvent the second law of thermodynamics is not the best use of your time and effort. But then I think that's where the game makes an interesting juxtaposition between Huang and like Aaliyah and Mayari, where they both see the enigma of history and of art, and the kind of infinite interpretability and the malleability of how we use it to affect the world. But Aaliyah and Mayari want to pin it down and kind of drill for truth, and Huang is all about taking joy in the artistic... My brain wants to say artisticity. That's not a word. To the artistic nature and the interpretability of the truth, and how it's really just looking at things through everybody's viewpoint, which is, I think, a more interesting take, and it's how I personally see things. Yeah, this game is going to give me a lot of thoughts. Like, a lot. Yes, artisticity should absolutely be a word. Oh. Or an art-themed MMO. Oh god, I'd play it, wouldn't I? Yeah, that's just the Splatoon MMO. BRB pitching to Nintendo. Splatoon Artisticity, I'd play that. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, no, I know I'm kind of drying up for things to say, but that's because my brain is just absolutely buzzing at the minute. It's rare that I'll come away from a game with this, especially these days, with this level of kind of thoughts to get straight in my head. Like, I don't really remember doing it since Disco Elysium. Yes, I also noticed the time. That makes me think, should I do Disco Elysium on stream? Maybe. Like, it's long and it's heavy, but it's really, really good, and they did the new update. I guess it could be on the list. It's my kind of thing, and it's really good. I guess. Let me know in chat or in comments or whatever, or tweet me. I don't know. Send me a pigeon. Don't send me a pigeon. What would I do with a pigeon? If you send me a pigeon, I will avoid it. Yes, that's the other thing, is I've played Disco Elysium. I haven't played the new update, but I've played it, and I've seen a few playthroughs of it. And I would I wouldn't be experiencing it for the first time, honestly. And B, I totally understand where people would want to experience it for themselves, because it is an absolutely singular experience. I'll think about it. It's also, like I say, long. But it's really good, and I would have a lot to talk about. And yes, don't send me an albatross either. That I've heard that leads to bad. And also, it probably wouldn't even like it, because this is like the furthest from the sea you can get in this country, my house. Which is a sad fact. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go and think about that. Well, I'm going to go and think about that for like 10 minutes, and then I have a quiz. But, yes, I should probably do the wrap-up. Thanks so much, everyone who's watching. Thanks if you've stayed to the end. It means a lot. Especially through me just kind of sitting here, processing my thoughts. If you've been watching, you know where to find me. But just in case, this is twitch.tv/Serasent. That's SERASENT, the House of Hubris. You'll see that on the title card in a minute. I'm streaming every, normally Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 2 PM GMT, which is 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific. Other time zones are available. Currently, because of the holidays, things are a bit up in the air. Like, I definitely won't be able to do this Thursday or Saturday because we're seeing family, but I might do Wednesday and Sunday instead. Still TBD. If you want to be notified when it has BD, then give us a follow, and you'll find out whenever we're live. If you do miss me because I'm operating on a weird schedule, you can check out VODs for 8 weeks after the fact on my Twitch, or on the YouTube about 2 weeks after they've been up. Everything goes on there, so you can go and experience the entire last year of content. The link is there-ish, like in the middle. But anyway, it's down there. It says VOD Archive, or it's youtube.com/users/rf191999. Yeah, and give us a subscribe on there. Doesn't cost you anything and gets you hot, fresh VODs every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And we're about to get the VODs of the anniversary stream a bit late. There were some editing problems on there, but they are, touch wood, fixed, and should be good. I say should be good. I can pretty much guarantee I was watching through the Jackbox stream again in the edit and just dying laughing all over again. What else? If you feel like me slowly processing through a lot of thoughts about linguistics and the nature of history is somehow worth your monetary support, then you can throw us a cheer or a subscribe on the Twitch. But you very much don't need to. Just turn up and hang out and have fun and be chill and be good to each other, and then everyone's having a good time. And really, ultimately, we're here for each other, aren't we? And yeah, there's usually something else I say there. Oh yes, if you want to be to see stream notifications and memes and me tweeting about copyright strikes and stuff like that, you can check out my Twitter if you want. That's at Waruce, WARUCE. I think that's everything. Thanks, Emily. Unfortunately, this is neither a buzzer quiz nor lead quiz. Different formats. But thank you. I will go and do moderately well. I am against some of the better players in the world. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling now because I need to go and do stuff. So, yeah. Love you all. And I will see you again. Probably tomorrow. Not Thursday. Next time. Love you all. Bye.